Hello, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we're going to be talking about double missions. So, if you have been, if you know, or if you've been called, or if you tap on this video because you see double missions, then this is for you. I had gotten a inkling to talk about double missions, and so I wrote it down. I write things down all the time. So I wrote down double missions, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do a video on that on Thursday when I get home from work. And I knew that I would be tapping that. And the double mission first is what I'm first going to talk about is that personal part of the mission that you have. That karma. You might be working with karma. You might be working with how you're dealing with your self-worth in this lifetime, how you're dealing with generational trauma that you're clearing out, how you are here to help raise the earth's vibration, or even help to change the collective mindset and break down some of the things that have been built, to help bring in change for the good, right? That's that personal, that's that one, what you're supposed to be doing. But sometimes when we're on a double mission, we do that, and then we curve on in with that second mission, and that second mission is with someone else. And a lot of times it is a divine counterpart. It's that, some people call it twin flames. I like to call it divine counterparts. It could be a soulmate. And this is learning how to show those relationships. And sometimes it doesn't have to be, today, I feel, because of what I got in the morning, I woke up and had this download. I want to say it doesn't always have to be when you have that double mission, and it's that your divine counterpart doesn't always have to be someone that you're in love with, or someone you have a romantic connection with. It could be like that you're great friends, and you end up working together and building something wonderful together. But this today, this is a divine counterpart where you're in a relationship, a romantic relationship, because when I woke up, I heard the goddess Sykes, and I was like, who the heck is the goddess Sykes, and why am I making things up in my head? I always think that first, but this was a guy that came forward and gave me that, one with my clairs, and I was like, okay. And so I looked up the goddess Sykes, and I was just like, OMG, she's real. She's not something that my mind just made up. So, and then that's the story of Eros and Sykes, and Eros is, some people call him Cupid. So, and the story goes, oh my, so then I went down a rabbit hole, because I woke up and I looked it up, and I was just like, oh my gosh, she's real, and oh my gosh, she has a divine counterpart, and oh my goodness, this is going to go into my reading today. That's what I was supposed to talk about that. So I was getting online, because I was like, I need a book. I need to read about this. So I did do some light reading of what I could find about their story and their relationship. And they're like one of the only stories where things work out, and it works out, and it's beautiful, and it's such a beautiful story. And so, and I think that's the message that's going to be that part of that we're going to talk about. I think that's going to come into play. So first, let's jump into your personal mission, getting guidance for that, and seeing what is going on and where you are in that stage. Okay, so take what resonates, take what's for you, and leave the rest on the table. For some reason, I was called for this the Akashic Tarot. And the Akashic Tarot is a little different. It has this different setup, and I definitely read straight from the guidebook from this, because I will use what I see for my intuition, but it's so different to me that I go straight to the guidebook, because it's one of those, okay? And a long time ago, I don't know. I had a reading where I jumped into about double missions, and and it came out, but it's been a while and I don't know what it is, but I was called to do this one. So let's see what's going on with the collective's personal. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me think of that. Ooh. Okay. I think that is it. I'm going to go. I think that's what I think it is. Okay. So we have an Eight of Strolls, and it's past unknown, and which I think that's like the Eight of Pentacles because it's green. And so it's like working towards, okay, and there's a little fox in there too. Well, there's a fox in there, so it could be Eight of Swords as well. Ooh, like, yeah, so that's why I read from it, because I'm not for sure. Okay, so we have this, your paths are unknown, like not knowing the direction to go in. You've done the path, there's a light. I feel like I think you know what path you're supposed to take, but you're just like, because if you look, she's looking towards the path. If you see, there's two paths, and there's a light on that path, but the animals are looking at that path. But I think both paths lead to the light, right? So, but there's a fox there sitting by her maps, probably messing with her maps, and not helping on the guidance there. So let's look at strolls. I think roses are cups. I do think strolls are pentacles, or maybe it's keys. I don't know. Okay, here we go. The Eight of Strolls. Okay. This card reveals that you've been traveling on a path that's known to you, and it shows you the way to the expected outcomes, but there are two other paths that aren't as clear. Remember, if you stay with only the known and seemingly safe, you won't catch the unseen opportunities that can come your way. Some options may be unexpected and perhaps a little risky. Don't be so attached to your agenda that you miss them. Happily, during this phase, you can investigate unknown paths and make decisions that lie before you with the confidence. You are flexible and brave enough to step into the shadows. Stay alert. Okay, and so that to me, it says, so like I said, there was two paths that you see, then you're like, oh no, I don't know about that, or should I do that? So this could be, so this is either an opportunity now, there's some opportunities now that have come forward, and you don't know where they will lead you, and you're like, I don't know what to do. Or this is something that is to come, and then you're going to be like, oh, I don't know what to do. But don't hang on to that, the need to know. Know that you will make the right choice because you can trust yourself. I want to say that, and I want to say that you always, even though you might get led astray sometimes on situations, you will always find the path that you need to go down. You will. I truly 100% believe that. The next one is one, and this is the Oracle of Delilah. I don't know who she is. I'm going to tell you the truth, and it's a one. Is this the Magician? Okay, it says, when you receive this card, you're in a time of great insight and psychic power. Even if you don't recognize it yet, it lies very close to your conscious because you have used this gift in so many past lives. You may get images or feelings without knowing how to interpretate them. Take notes as you practice both your psychic perceptions, interpretations. Yeah. Your psychic perceptions and their interpretations give you a powerful insight. Okay, so you have, oh my gosh, you have this knowing. So your paths will lead you down the right path because use your psychic insight. Like, use those little insights, those little things that you get, use those to help you get to the path you need to get to, or even you will see things like you might get an inkling about somebody or something, and it will help you not choose a path or choose a path, you know. And so you have that, and that's strong. And then we got strolls again, and so we have the sands of time, which would be again, I want to say six. I want to say the strolls are pentacles, but I'm not 100% sure. I want to one day, I'm gonna have to sit in front with this fully sit with this guidebook and be okay. Here's the suits. The strolls reflect the world of the mind, the communication and study. So this is actually swords. So Eight of Swords is, oh yeah, not choosing a path. I could see that. So Eight of Swords in your own mind, and then that one would be, yeah, that one would be definitely the Magician. So having the insight, using all of the elements, using all of the gifts you have, once you decide to step out of those Eight of Swords, okay? And then once you step out of those Eight of Swords, you're in the Six of Swords, which leads you to where you need to go, because that would be Six of Swords. It leads you to, away from something that you need to get out of or away from. That's interesting. That's strolls. But let's see what the book says, because I love to see what they say. Okay, it says this card shows that in some matter of importance, time is of the essence. There could be an opportunity that you don't want to miss. It may be a project, a situation, a personal connection that requires action, or even a completion. You might have had some delays, or you may have been highly active in industrials for some time. Either way, keep going. Your focus and you're still required to order to get the end game. Don't let worry steer you away from your goal. There is more yet to do, so don't give up. This one's like, this is the sands of time. Like you do have a timeline. I don't like that at all. And let me just say, it sucks. And that's why we have that, and that's why this is here, the inner child healing, because I need something to help us get through that. That part of, okay, so when these things come up, or if they're up right now, I think maybe even one of the opportunities is going to have a time limit on it. Like you have to give an answer within, like they'll say, I need you to, so say someone gives you an opportunity, say, I have this opening, you get a call about a job, okay, and right now you're working somewhere else, say, but you get this other call about to do a job for something else, okay, it could be whatever, and they said, and we want you on board, and we have to have it answered by the end of the week. So you get this call like on Monday or Tuesday, and they say we'll need an answer by Friday. So you're like, what? And so then, and it could be, say it's a job that is like in a different state or a different town, or it requires travel, and you had to figure out all the kinks of how you change your life around. Okay, so I do feel like it could be, and it doesn't have to be in that sense. It could be other things as well. It could be an opportunity where someone says, "Hey, I'm putting together a nonprofit, some kind of project, and we have to start next week. I need to know if you can, I need to know in the next couple of days if you want to join in this opportunity to help build up in the community." And you're like, I have to figure out how to work my schedule around that. I think it's something that you're going to have to learn how to work around with that time. And let's see what this healing oracle can give us with this. But this pathway is something that's supposed to, and I really feel like this is to do with work. And this is really, this is telling me that this is for people who are working to do something to raise the earth's vibration, to work at service, really servicing something, or because this is about a duel, this could be leading into meeting your divine counterpart if you haven't met your divine counterpart. Also, it could be in this path you're on could lead you to meeting that divine power, counterpart. And in another way, it also could affect how you, if you've already done, I'm not seeing healing in this. I'm seeing more of you stepping in what you're supposed to be doing to help service for the earth's vibration. And so this is really what this is about on that side of the path. Okay. It says, so we have heal your rejection wound. So I think this heal the rejection wound is, give me a second. I got chilled. I'm back. Okay. This rejection wound is definitely for that eight of swords. Feeling like, I feel like this is a look at your confidence and feeling like you're strong enough to do something, like being in the spotlight, because you just see the spotlights on her, being open to being in the spotlight, or being open into of being accepted, like, and not worrying about not being accepted. I really feel like that's there. And then we have come home to yourself. And this come home to yourself is that connection to your inner child. It goes back to that magician card right here, where I love how the colors are lining up. If you look at this, the colors, it's lining up with the tarot. So you have all that green, and that's really the heart space, and checking in with your heart and doing that self-love, a lot of self-love work for yourself. Okay. And if you need to do that, get there. Okay. Next we have this one. It says come home to yourself. When you're coming home to yourself and you see this red, it's okay, I accept who I am. Oh my gosh, guess what? Both of these cards are one. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love when that happens. That's beautiful. Okay, so coming home to yourself, it's seeing your power, accepting your gifts, like saying that you are this powerful magician, that you do have these gifts, and look at your gifts, look at your power, and step into them and accept them. And remember when like the story I told you this morning, like when I heard Goddess Sykes, I thought, what in the heck? That was a gift coming in, just barging in randomly when I was waking up in the morning. And usually I sit down and I set intentions, but sometimes you get things just randomly, and you have to go with it, and you have to take those and bring them to the table at different times. Okay. So seeing your gifts and loving your gifts and recognizing that they're powerful and that they are yours to be seen in this world and put out into this world. Right. Next, with the Six of Swords, that Six of Scrolls, the Sand of Time, we have, you are the creator. I love this because it finishes it. It's like stepping into your power. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Remember it said those projects are those things that you're supposed to be creating and putting out there. Keep doing it. Yes, you have a time limit. Yes, you're supposed to be doing things, but you are the creator. No one else is. You're creating your work, whatever the project is, whatever you're doing, that's your creation. That's your project. That's not anyone else's but yours. So you are the creator of that. Okay. So stepping into this, I really feel like this was just a boost for your confidence to step into your power, to get out of that Eight of Swords energy, and and because what's there is the rejection, feeling like you will be rejected and not seen or not loved and not appreciated. Who cares? I was listening to someone yesterday, and it stuck with me later, about how you create things, and not every single thing you create is recognized, and that's okay. She reminded me of think of artists, think of an artist who puts stuff out there. I'm going to tell you, I love Prince. Think of things that Prince have put out there. What do you know? You probably know Purple Rain. Yes, that's what you know. But do you know other stuff by, other small, you probably know Little Red Corvette. no one really talks about Graffiti Bridge, the film that everyone was like, what is that? That's a very artistic one, right? But he put a lot of stuff out there. He did a lot of things. He also, not only did that, he wrote songs for other people that became very popular. He did them, and then someone else did them. I would say nothing compares. Like, when he sung it, I loved him singing it, but it became popular with Sinead O'Connor, right? So, stuff you put out there is not always going to be like, blah, wow, yay. No, you're going to know the smaller things. You're going to know not the big, you learn certain things. Okay. I keep getting, everyone keeps coming in here. Mom, what's going on? Blah. It's going to be like that. Whatever. Okay, so step into your power. You got it. Do your thing. Okay, so we're going to go over to the other part of your mission, your shared part of your mission, and that whole story behind Eros and the goddess Psyche. Well, she started off not as a goddess. She started off as a regular person. She was the daughter of three. She was the youngest, and they were all three of the girls were really pretty, and she was the prettiest. She was the youngest, and she was the prettiest, right? Well, the goddess Venus did not like some things people were saying about her. Like, they were saying, oh, she's so beautiful. Some people said, she might be beautiful, more beautiful than Venus, and all of that. People compared her to Venus, and Venus was like, nah, yeah, So she got jealous, and she told her son, Cupid, Eros, to go and strike her with an arrow so that she would like someone who was not worthy of her love. And that was hideous. That was, well, he scratched himself with an arrow, and he fell in love with her himself. But then there was prophecy, but then no one came around to, engage her. And so the king was worried, so he went to another god, and then God told him, oh, she's going to have someone hideous and blah, 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 and this and that and this and that, right? Well, which her contract was with Cupid. After the scratch, it was with Cupid, and Cupid was in love, and no one else was coming in his place, right? So then, oh my goodness. Okay, never mind. I just remember something. From another show I watched, and now I have to go back and figure out what that was. Okay, so, oh, that's what it was. Okay, I know. All right, so see, my mind all over. So then, I don't know why I'm telling y'all this story, because it's like, maybe y'all even know it, but I'm going to tell it to you anyways, because this is important, evidently. So she has to be put up in the castle, and she can't, so he has rules that she can't look at him and all of this, and so she lays with him, and she's like, she enjoys her time with him, and has fallen in love with him, but she can't look at him. She doesn't know what he looks like, none of that. And he comes in and visits, and then he leaves. Well, her sisters come along, right? So we have Eros and his mom and her stuff, and him following his mom, listening to his mom, bringing that into the relationship. And then you have her sisters are like, some people and your friends are like whisper in your ear about someone, and they're like, oh, this and that and this and that. Well, so she listened to her sisters. Her sisters did it on purpose because they was jealous because she got pregnant, and they saw how lavish she was living up there in this tower thing, right? And so they said, you should look at him and blah, blah, blah. So he scratched himself, he harmed himself, and she's pregnant at the time too. And he runs off, and she sees who he is, and the sisters are jealous, and so then the sisters are like trying to replace her, and they end up falling to their death because they go up there and try to replace her, and they end up falling to their death. So it's, to me, that says that you're anyone who gets in the way. I shouldn't be laughing about that, but I just did. Anyone who gets in the way of your divine mission with your divine counterpart, they will be stopped, right? And because then she goes along, Sykes goes along pregnant, asking everyone for help, doing all of these great things, and all the gods are feeling pity on her. They're like, oh my gosh, and they're trying to help. And so you might be a person who works with a lot of gods. You also might be a person that gets a lot of attention from a different gods and get help from so many different deities and people because you have her vibration. I'm thinking you fall in that. I feel like if you're Eros, you fall in that divine masculine part. Okay, you you fall into that divine masculine part, and that divine masculine part is listening to like his family or his mother and doing the things that was not for his highest good, and then ends up you know being hurt and wounded in the process, and then having to go after her later and come in and make peace with her. Then you have if you're in this divine feminine energy, you're the one who has to go. You go through all of this freaking. You have these your sisters. It could be friends too, who gives you deception and all of that as well. And you go through life asking for help, looking for help, and just getting a little bit of help here, and being also some of the gods who wanted to help were forbidden to help. Sometimes they were like no. Venus was like no, but sometimes she did get help. When she went to the underworld, she did get help from Persephone. She did get help from Hermes, and then in the end going to Zeus, and Zeus declaring, okay, this is it, you cannot. When finally she had done so much and gotten through so many things, and Cupid finally came and got her, and then they went to Zeus, and Zeus is saying no, no more. God, it's like God steps in. God steps in. I don't know who it is, but someone stepped in and saying there something was kept going on between you guys' connection. I'm getting, and God, the universe, was stepped in and said no, no more. So anyone who tries to mess with that, they will have the wrath of God and everything under the sun. End of story. I'm just telling you. So I'm going to give you tarot on your connection. That story, whoa, tells me that you are on task to either everything to start working out with you and your divine counterpart, or for you to meet your divine counterpart. One of the two. I don't know which one it is. You'll know. You'll know if your divine counterpart is in your life, and you'll know if you are in a timeline where you're going to meet him. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The Lovers. Look at that. Yeah. It is something, that choice, that it's coming to play. It is coming to play. It's Knight of Pentacles. It takes its time. It's something. Oh my gosh! You know what? There's that horse back there. I just did a reading for the Alpha Centaurians, and I feel like that horse is important because I think maybe one of you, either the masculine or the feminine, are you're a star seed of that, and that came up. But this is going to be very stable and reliable. This is going to be ride or die. This is going to be abundant and work out. And it might take time. I got a lot, but I don't want to take all those. I don't want all those. I just want one more. Finish up this Knight of Pentacles. It also could be saying that if you have not, I can go with the signs on these and say with the Lovers, you or your person is a Gemini. If I had to go with the Knight of Pentacles is actually is a Virgo. So you or your person is a Virgo. But then again, it could be, I don't know why I'm getting with that Knight of Pentacles, Taurus energy as well. I don't know why. So or earth sign. We can even say earth sign. And what else do they need to know? We know this connection is coming together. We know it's been transformed. We know they've made a choice to be together. We are also saying that it is going to be reliable. It is going to be steady. And it might take a little bit to get where it needs to go. And what else do we need to know before I get the universal love out? Give me one more, please. Thank you. Oh my gosh. What? They keep wanting. I'm not taking all of those. Leave me alone. Okay. I am taking all of those. I just laughing. Okay. Okay. I got a 10 of swords. Something's going to be over. Okay. Something's the door has opened for something to end. You see that the open door? It's open for something to end. So someone could be going through a divorce. Okay. Something is coming to an end. And then that's, and this, that's why the Queen of Pentacles. So definitely an earth sign. So we definitely have earth sign energy. So we have earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So yes, remember I said that Knight of Pentacles. So being very grounded, and you're going to be in your element first. And someone could be also work with herbs as well, because look at that. Okay. So something is ending, there's an end that open. Someone had an ending so the door could open up and walk through the door. So this could be coming up recently. This could has happened recently. Could be in the near future. But then we have this Queen of Pentacles, like being grounded and being in your own energy, and then ending with the Hierophant, which again, the Hierophant is a Taurus. Remember, strong Taurus coming up, really. Again, having that look out of Horus, of Osiris, all of those coming up, having them look out, like having those look out for you in a way that's going to protect you, and saying to me that this union is protected by something very higher up with this Hierophant. Okay. This divine union is very much protected because we started out with a Lovers, which is a major arcana, and we ended with a major arcana with that Hierophant. So telling me that there is a beginning and there's an end. There might be some different levels of line that happens with that 10 of swords, So it could be a 10 of wands for some people. That Knight of Pentacles could, that's very slow moving energy. That could end up being like an 8 of Pentacles for some people, so those things can change, but that beginning and that end of that Lovers and that Hierophant, that's happening. This beginning and this end that has started, it can't be changed. It won't be changed. Okay. So I'm going to this is from the Universal Love Tarot here. What do we got? We got blessings. This union is blessed. It's been blessed from the heavens. It is it's looked over. It's blessings. It's not, nothing's changing that. It says your recent acts of kindness has not gone unnoticed. The universe thanks you for the gentle compassion and bestows eternal love and blessings upon you. You are dearly loved by her and by by the divine will of the one whose light fills both heaven and earth. Gently close your eyes as you receive this great blessing. Feel creative strength and move upwards through your feet to ground your heart and mind in acceptance and unity. Feel yourself being showered in light and from above. Be aware of your presence, standing here in conscious possibilities, supported and inspired from above and below. Remember when I said that the support is above and below? Yes, this is fully supported. Your personal mission, yes, you have to get over some things yourself, but your divine counterpart mission, that's in a bag. No one can mess with that. That's what it is, right? Um, and I got this. I've been wanting this Rumi Oracle forever, and I got it, and we are going to end with one, okay? Just for this overall reading, what would you like me to read to the collective? I was going to get one for personal and one for the divine counterpart, but I'm just going to take whatever first comes out. If it's one, if it's two, that's what I'm going to take, okay? But I'm excited. And it went back in. It was like three, but we went back down. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. It says, oh my gosh, guess what number it is? No freaking way. You guys, it's number 111. So you guys might be resonating with seeing a lot of 111s and all that lately. Okay, beyond death, life. Oh my gosh. That's so awesome. I'm like so pumped. Footsteps lead to the shore of the sea. Beyond the point, no trace remains. I'm calling to you. Can you hear me? Listen. Within your heart, there I speak. My voice rings true. You are urged beyond what has been. The time has come. Lay it to rest now. This ending comes as grace to free you from all that you have known. For what you have known is now too small for your soul. Bear your uncertainty. I am certain enough for both of us. Allow me to show you the light that you are, that burns within you, blazing angel of heavenly purity. I will unveil you to yourself, undressing your ego, casting aside its layers, as tender as a lover, with unwavering attention upon this sacred body of light. You shall know yourself in truth, as pure beyond the experience unobtained. It says the soul craves variety because it leads to wholeness, and wholeness leads to divine revelation. The purpose of the soul incarnating in this world in the first place is to realize its divinity through the sacred crucible of life. The older the soul, the closer it is to realizations of divine oneness, and the more powerful its determination to shed that which would constrain complete and conscious into divine presence. So here you are, an old soul at the edge of something you have known, at the cusp of an ending and a beginning. Perhaps you are already in surrender and falling in, or perhaps you're fearful and resisting as you greet your unknown destiny. Yet this moment is happening because your own divine soul has chosen for it to be this way, so that love may grow. I'm ending it there with so that love can grow. All right. Wow. I'm happy. That is all I can say about that. Is yes, your personal journey, there is a lot going on with it right now, right? There is some things you might be feeling, but that's okay. Keep going. But your divine counterpart journey is in the bag. Don't even worry about that. Don't even think about that one. Focus on your work. If you're not in union with your divine counterpart, don't worry about it. Let it be. And if you are, keep it up, keep going. You know, if you guys are having any bumpy rides, it's going to work out. It is protected. And knowing if you are in union and you're like, maybe have a little fear down in the background thinking, you know, what if something happens, blah, blah, blah. Don't. It is so protected. If you are on this double mission, like this is so protected. And if this is for you, you're so protected. Whereas some have not come into that, some have, some haven't. Okay. And some haven't even met theirs, right? So we're at all those stages right now. I think the biggest thing you should be working on is what you're supposed to be putting out there. Okay, what you're supposed to be pushing towards to the collective, what you're supposed to be giving and using. Okay, I need. That's what I'm totally getting. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.